drove the team down the field, and then he trots out.
Man, I'm used to it. If you remember in New Orleans, Taysom Hill, I used to drive the team all the way down the field, and Taysom Hill used to come in and run quarterback power and score a touchdown. So I was like, hey, Jackson is Taysom Hill. Taysom from Idaho, but Jackson from Utah. I was like, it's that Utah connection. Every time I have a good drive, they're going to take me out and put a kid from Utah in to come score a touchdown. No, man, he needs those reps. He needs those red zone reps. I'd have been in the red zone a lot, and that was a good drive. I knew I was going to end up in the end zone, so it allowed me to visualize myself being in the end zone again.
Jameis Winston, one of the great characters in the NFL, and that's just happened in the past couple of years. He's kind of become more comfortable and mature and funny and loose and
people stop judging him so much about some of the college stories. I think a little of that too.
Well,
right.
And there were things he did that justified scrutiny.
Definitely.
Just some immature, dumb shit that people in their early 20s do. But he didn't let that define him. And he's become a guy who is just kind of fun to be around and is comfortable in his own skin, appreciates what he has. And he's not resentful that he didn't become the franchise quarterback that his draft pedigree, first overall in 2015, would have suggested that he would be. So just a fun guy to root for, although currently probably in danger of,
not being on the team. Not being on the team. That's go ahead.
They signed him, and then they signed Russell Wilson, and they draft Jaxson Dart in the first round, and Jameis is immediately the guy you look to as, unless he's a veteran, so they could cut him and they could put him on the practice squad. But then what happens to Tommy DeVito? The house is a little too crowded.
Exactly.
And it feels like Jameis is going to be in danger because why would they carry 3 quarterbacks on the roster? I know the Browns are talking about carrying 4, but the Browns is the Browns. Most teams carry 2 with a guy on the practice squad, especially now that you can call up your emergency quarterback from the practice squad.
That's right. That's what I'd be worried about. I mean, you're not going to be able to put Jameis Winston on the practice squad. Somebody's going to get Jameis Winston to be their backup quarterback. He's earned that. But with the Giants, yes, Russell Wilson's the starter. That's been clearly stated. I think in the perfect world, they want Jaxson Dart to be the backup. Again, like you always talk about, optics are real. We drafted this guy in the first round, and he can't even become the backup quarterback. He can't beat out Jameis Winston, who's been on 7 different teams the last few years. So all of that, and they want to position, again, Jaxson Dart to take that next step, so the backup's the perfect spot for him. And then, yeah, they like Tommy DeVito. Not only is he a big deal in the area, he's got some talent. I think they like his, toughness, his pizzazz, whatever. He's the perfect third guy and probably a guy they can stash away on the practice squad if they have to and do it that way. So, yeah, if I'm Jameis Winston, I'm a little worried that I might not be on the Giants when it comes, late August, early September.
And he could be a guy who gets traded. They did give him some guaranteed money, and so it would make sense, just like the Browns are thinking maybe there's an opportunity before week 1 to trade one of their guys, Kenny Pickett or whoever. You could possibly trade Jameis Winston to another team that needs a quarterback, and injuries are going to happen once they start playing the preseason games and backup quarterbacks are out there playing. Guys are going to get hit, and they may get hurt. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.